The capability of switching from being so customer focused and it's all about our customers. It's all about our customers. It's not. When you're getting bigger, it's got to switch. It is all 100% about your employees. And when your employees are taken care of, they're going to take care of your customers in return. So shifting my mindset from taking care of them, I never thought I would fire a customer because this is just not right. Like they're making the cleaner get down with it on their hands and knees with a toothbrush. So you were gone. We do not tolerate that. That's my employee. And that is not how she's going to be treated. So knowing that they have your back like that and just doing everything for them and knowing that they're the center of attention. Yes, we want to please our customers, but more importantly, it needs to be about the happiness of our employees.
In part one, we talked about Holly's journey, going from working in the business every day to stepping into more of a leadership role. And we touched on the chaos that comes with growth and how systems start bringing things together. Now in this part, we're going to get into how she runs the business day to day, from scheduling to her team, and how she keeps everything moving as the company grows. Let's get into it. I really want to discuss scheduling because for us, we are doing about 50 cleanings per day or so on a good day. But we average about, I would say 35 to 40 cleanings, and scheduling can be hectic, right? It's a full-time job.
It's
It
the
could be
world's
for a full-time
largest
job if it's not automated.
Yeah.
So most owners struggle scheduling 10 homes, but you're scheduling over 150. What's the difference at that level?
The difference at that level is definitely your customer expectation and changing your way of thinking as far as like calendar view. Like let's assign it to this cleaner. It'll pop up in her calendar and then it'll always be there. But if you have 150 houses and you're scrolling a calendar, like you can't even get to the bottom of it before it's like 2 hours later and you haven't finalized the schedule for the day before. And then you can't see their location because there's so many different factors when you're talking about scheduling. You're talking about what is the arrival window that I can arrive within. That's a chaos thing. If you're telling people an exact time when you're selling them on the phone, don't do that because that is going to get you in a whole lot of scheduling complications. Give them a 3 to 4 hour window and let them choose. And then that way you can work that in your schedule and make it work for you. A lot depends on whether you're solos or teams or et cetera. So scheduling. So there's the window of arrival. That also we've learned that the expectation of guaranteeing that you're going to send the same person each time is crazy because the amount of turnover in our industry, as well as call-ins and all of that, that we can pretend that we have this master schedule, but it changes constantly, right? Like it's like a revolving. It's not a master schedule. It's like you redo the schedule every day because either customers will cancel, the cleaners will call in, etc. So if you could get away from using the word master schedule, there's no such thing as a perfect thing because it's going to change all the time, reoccurring. And then your customers have the expectation that, they'll get Sarah and we'll try to keep them with Sarah for a little bit. But if it just has to change, it has to change. And all of our cleaners should have the same end result as it is. Getting rid of the customer expectation of, oh yes, I will send the same cleaner every single time at this exact time. Don't do that to yourself. Scheduling will be a nightmare. And geographically, it is really important that you know where that house is because you want to get the maximum. Like if you have a cleaner and she's cleaning by herself, she can handle 7 hours of cleaning assigned to her in a day. But if 2 hours of that is spent traveling, you've just reduced the amount of revenue that cleaner can generate for you. So how do you see that on a calendar view? And then, yes, you can flip back and forth in a map and like put it in a map and then see where it is. And then you're like, oh, wait, where was this customer? I put that in the map. It's a lot of back and forth and inefficiencies. So we actually schedule off of a map, like we assign jobs from the map. So our number one priority to maximize the amount of employees that we have currently and make sure that they are fully booked and getting the most revenue out of them as possible and they can get the most amount of income is number one is geographical location, next is time slot, and then third is what is their preferred team.
How many people you have involved in your scheduling team at the moment?
One.
One
So
person is scheduling everything.
everything. Yep. And they'll rough draft out like 2 or 3 days. They'll kind of rough draft. out a little bit. But I mean, obviously the CRM, whatever CRM you use, it doesn't matter. But once you assign it the first time, it'll keep reassigning to the same people. The only thing you're really doing in the schedule is changes, our schedule changes, rearranging new jobs that have been added that you got to fit in and stuff like that. So she'll work on the 3-day draft so she can have it roughly drafted. And then she'll also have, the final day draft ready by 10 a.m. so those reminders can go out, and then she has enough time for if the customers call back and the schedule has to change again. So, yeah,
Yeah.
she spends about 2 hours a day on scheduling.
Yeah. Oh my
So,
goodness. I have one full-time person for scheduling. And that's like, that's trying to fit in one-time cleanings. What's the best fit for that? We do have the half an hour window, but yeah, just a lot of what she does as well too is that she communicates with the team. So if the teams have questions about the job, if they have updates from the cleaning, stuff like that, she
mhm,
communicates with the team on that.
mhm.
2 hours a day where you're at and what you're doing, it means that I should be at about half an hour per day. So I'm overpaying by what it sounds like. What system or software is making this possible for you? By the way, I run everything through Jobber. Quotes, schedules, payments, the whole thing makes life way easier. Honestly, I can't imagine running the business without it. Get my special offer at the description below. It's 14 days free. Then you get 20% off for the next 6 months.
I got frustrated with CRMs out there because all of them are this silly calendar view, and we're all staring at this calendar view trying to find holes and like trying to figure out what to do with it. And it's in a list view and it's impossible. So I actually designed my own software called the Cleaning software. I originally did it to answer all of my problems in my company. And so I got developers and we started developing it. And that is the software I use to schedule off of. And it truly answered a lot of our prayers. Like it was funny because when we first launched the original version of it, my general manager, she went to the bathroom and cried for like 30 minutes because she's like, "Where's my calendar? Like I can't see all the things I'm used to." And I'm like, I know, Roxy, but it was like me and her were the only ones that could do this schedule because it was so complicated. Oh, nope, you can't move that one there because she's got to be with like Sarah's one of her requirements, and you have to be there at 8 a.m. So you can't move that one, and it's way far up north, and like knowing all this like Rain Man in our head about a schedule on a calendar view, it was impossible with that many. Like it was impossible. So when she started working off the map, she definitely was freaking out because she already had it in her head, the old way that it looked. And so now the new way that it looked, it's like, oh my gosh, I never would have thought about that because there's the three little dots. They're all right there together. And I should totally like, we redid all of our routes. Like, everybody had different houses by the time we switched our software because it was like, that makes 0 sense. You just drove up there, drove down, and then drove back up. Why didn't you go here, here, here? Like, so
Yeah.
doing it off of a map just made so much more sense. And then we also made our arrival windows much larger and overlapping, which
Yeah.
helped to make those routes efficient.
So the cleaning software, we will put the link down below for those of you that want to check it out.
Yeah.
So
Um,
how do you handle call outs, last minute changes, or emergencies at a scale? Because,
mhm,
you know, we want our people to be reliable, but we know that things happen, right? So
yeah.
how do you guys handle those areas?
So when we're scheduling, we always have a certain teams that we have with nothing assigned to them. And the scheduler will know like, okay, this team is really full, but that's okay. I'm gonna leave them really full, and I'm gonna leave this team like completely unassigned. And when I say teams unassigned at our scale, we're probably leaving 3-ish teams unassigned with nothing on their job for the day at all. And then there's going to be a call in. And so then we'll have to switch their houses over to a different team. And then we have more teams that we don't assign on Mondays than we do any other day. Like maybe we'll only have one team we don't assign on Tuesdays and Wednesdays because that seems to not be the popular call in day. So we'll leave people unassigned so that we already have a plan in place when those call ins happen. I mean, even the QC manager just flips them off of that team and puts them onto the other team, and then bam, we're to go. So that's protocol number one. The other is If we don't got a plan and we can't figure it out, we unassign them and then we can see them all pop back up on the map, the ones that need to be assigned. And then we problem solve with who's close to it and what houses we can move around to different teams to absorb those houses that that are not going to be done because that person called it. And we figure it throughout the day. And the software's live, so it changes at any moment. If we make a change, it makes a change on their app. So, well, that's with any CRM. So that's how we handle that.
Yeah. Do
Mhm.
you the people that are not assigned, like, how do you make them know that, like, hey, I mean, they obviously wanna get paid, right? Like, what
Right.
is your process for that?
The people who are unassigned, everybody, they don't get to see their schedules until like I don't release it until that morning. So they don't know that they don't have anything. And they know they have to be at the office Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Most all the time, if they're there, I'm gonna find something for them to do because I'm gonna take a list, a house that's really full off of this team and give it down there. Then I also have my employees that work in the office. On the on-call list. They get their houses cleaned all the time. Oh my gosh, we have an extra team today. Put Roxy's house on the schedule. We need something for this team to do. But and then sometimes I have to send that team home. But the team that I leave unassigned is the one that have the poorest attendance policies.
Mm,
So if they're not attending, they're the ones that get nothing on their schedule and may have to show up and then just go back home and just get paid for coming in to the office. But no thanks, we don't need you. You weren't here when we needed you this month. We're a family, we're going to work for each other. You let us down, so I'm sorry I had to let you down today, but your attendance is the most poor.
got it. That
Mhm,
makes sense. Makes
mhm.
complete sense. If you're not reliable on the schedule, then we can't count on you, right?
Right.
So you pay them only for the work that they work, not like a flat rate per week, whether they work certain hours or not.
No, they're vested in the company, so they are making a percentage of every job.
Got it. Okay.
Yes, and if they
It
don't work, they don't get the percentage.
They don't work, they don't get the percentage. Okay. I like the thing of like, well, hey, if you're available, you can go clean an employee's house and,
Mhm,
kind of just share the love all the way
mhm.
around.
And we also do cleaning for reasons. We take a lot of cancer patients to help fill the gaps and put on schedules and keep workers busy. But it's been a really long time since I've had a problem finding something for a cleaner to do,
Yeah.
so I'd say that's not an issue.
Yeah. Which is great. I mean, by the level that you guys are at, I'm sure you guys are getting tons of calls. People are interested and you're probably
Uh,
providing a lot of quotes. I'm interested. Now, this question is for me. When it comes to your sales and your scheduling team, how do they work together?
Gotcha. They don't. It is up I mean, they do a little bit, obviously, they communicate, but I know what you're thinking. How do they know the operation how do they know the availability? Can sales book this or not, right?
Yeah.
So we have a very bird's eye approach, right? Sales jobs is to get if you have 10 employees and they each could do 7 job ticket hours in a day, that's 70 hours.
Okay.
That's their job, sales, is to fill that 70 hours of clean time. It's the scheduler's job to do the world's giant Sudoku puzzle to make it all work in the schedule to where those 70 hours can get completed with the amount of employees they have. So I this is another mind shift change that I take super seriously. Why is your sales team over here worried about availability? Like they need to be selling. So they do have a little chart where they communicate if it's like 3 or 4 or 5 days in advance. We kind of have like, hey, this day's booked, don't book anymore here. But other than that, sales is selling because operations job is to keep hiring so they can keep up with the sales, which is the exact opposite of what everyone else is doing. They're looking for a hole and they're looking for availability and they're turning sales down because they can't find a spot and they're letting their employee like how many people you have hired drive what you can do. So your employee count is driving your sales number. It should be the exact opposite. Your sales should be driving your employee count and your operations should be keeping up with hiring to keep up with the amount of room that or amount of cleans they're selling. So if they can look ahead at Tuesday and see, they already booked 90 hours on the schedule and we can only handle 70 right now. I better hire 10 people so I could keep 5 and 2 will actually be here to be able to do that. So they are keeping track with sales and sales is selling. I don't know if that answered your question, but they
1000%. It did.
yeah.
It
Mhm.
did. The thing that was popping in my head, Holly, was Well, what about the customers are like, well, hey, I need a cleaning tomorrow. Hey, I need a cleaning, this weekend or, and it's Friday, and they're like, I
Yeah.
need a cleaning soon.
No,
Like,
they add
how do you deal with that?
the cells will pop on Slack and be like, "Hey, can y'all fit a 3-hour deep clean in tomorrow in North Austin?" They'll be like, "Yep," and put it in. Or, "Nope, can't do it." So, yes, they do communicate back and forth on, like, the next days and, like, actually just 2-day or the same day and next days, sales does have to get approval from operations to book it. But if it's
Got it.
2 more than 2 days out and then on our schedule shows that we have we're not up to those 70 hours yet, we still are at 60, sales is just gonna keep filling it. And then operations, they don't have to mess with operations.
Do you find yourself or your team having to call people back and say, hey, unfortunately, we don't have any room on the schedule?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Because your
No.
sales team is selling, right? So if
Yeah.
I'm selling and I'm like, "Hey, yes, we got you. This is your quote. Great. You approved it. When do you need it by? I need it by in a couple days." Great. They have what you're saying is they have availability of hours on the schedule that they can sell,
Mm.
right? So they sell it. But if you oversell and there's no availability with there's no time to hire people, what do you do then? Are
Well,
you uncertain about what you're doing in your cleaning business that's not taking you to the next level? Or you might feel like what you're doing is not the right things. It is okay. That's why I'm here. I help cleaning business owners just like you get the right answers, put good systems and processes to grow your business with confidence. Without confidence, you cannot be a business owner and lead your people. Click the link down below to schedule a free call. We'll talk all business and I can give you the right steps for you to take to give you that confidence back. I cannot wait to connect with you.
well, most of the time they won't sell it because they see it like on the cleaning software, they see that, oh, we already have 70 hours on the books for that day. I cannot book this cleaning. Could you wait till Monday? Because we're
Okay.
booked. So they wouldn't book it if we were overbooked. Or they would call ops and be like, get permission to be like, can you work your magic and ask a couple more girls to work 2 hours longer? And then we have shared jobs too, so we could send, like, 3 teams at once because they all have, like, an hour sliver at the end of the day, and they could all jump in and do it together. So you have that option too. We so many creative ways, but we try not to ever it's actually a KPI we measure, never turn down a cleaning due to being booked. But the only time that it would happen is when we had a massive amount of call-ins, not extra amount of people on the team or not extra, not a whole lot of extra teams with nothing assigned to them, that's when we've had to reschedule. Never for overselling, but more for like the staffing got too low and we had too many call-ins and we'll have to call in a couple of favors to customers to move their days because we had 15 call-ins, in one day, something like that.
Yeah, those are unfortunate. I mean, I remember the early days, and I'm sure someone that's listening is probably having PTSD from this as well too. It's like,
Yeah.
you're the one answering the call outs, and you know, it's 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning. You get that call, and you just instantly trigger, and like, that's my business phone. Someone's calling out. It was horrible. It took time for me, personal therapy, to kind of go
Yeah.
through that whole thing, but hiring people to obviously say, "You're handling that part now," because I am not
Yeah, I'm
waking
not doing.
up.
Yes, and that phone does ring, but I think having a plan for it before it rings. Plan that's part of your scheduling is to plan for, I know I'm gonna have 3 call-ins. What is the scenario? And already have it in your brain so that when the call comes in, you already know what you're doing.
I like that. How do you protect your culture as a team gets bigger?
Oh, that's when all the fun begins. We start to have parties. I mean, for my managers, we have all of our KPIs and we have all of our goals that we set. And like on our March to a Million, when we got there, we went on a trip to, I can't remember, it was like a road trip and we went to the casino or something to celebrate. Every year since then, we celebrate with a manager's retreat and we go do cool stuff. Like we went to Lake Tahoe, we went to, oh my gosh, the beach, lakes everywhere. We've been all over the United States and traveling to that. And our cleaners, we have like open karaoke nights. We have giant Christmas parties that are DJs and dancing. We have a Mother's Day celebration. Like we purposely put it on our calendars that, okay, here are the things that we celebrate. We have our budget, we're going to put a $700 budget in employee retention in May because we go all out for the Mother's Day breakfast. Same thing in February for Valentine's Day. We give them a bunch of stuff. We have a big Valentine's Day party. Just creating the culture of, like, when they walk through that door, there is music playing, they're gonna have fun, this is a fun place to work, and they treat us right, and they have all these things because some of them may not have anything to look forward to, like, and if they could come to work and look forward to being around other kind people that are all there for the same reasons and not working for assholes, and sorry, I don't know if I can cuss on this podcast, um
You're good.
but not working for horrible people and then just working in this fun, great environment is where that's my favorite part of owning a cleaning service. And we have so much fun every day. And the culture part is where I shine. It was like my favorite part of owning a cleaning service. But I do see a lot of cleaning services struggle with that one because it does take effort and it's not a check item list. Like, you can't feel it, you can't touch it, can barely measure it. So doing those things has such an impact on your company. It is probably the biggest impact on your company.
I agree.
And so that's what we do to maintain them and to keep them there. We also train our entire team to be. We want to give them extra money. We we train all of our cleaners to be our recruiters. So they're out there finding new people to work for us, and then they get like a $500 bonus if they find us a new employee. So we're like going through recruiting training with them. They're out there like, come be a part of our family. Like, you'll love it here. And then I'm paying them bonuses. One girl I think, made like two or $3,000 extra in 1 month just by bringing us five or 10 people. I can't remember what it was.
Geez. Do you pay
Yep.
those out monthly or quarterly? Because I'm interested in doing that.
Quarterly. So if the person that they bring stays, they get $500 at the end of the quarter. And so they're encouraging them to stay, encouraging them, not only bringing them in, but encouraging them to stay. And then I have no problem paying out recruitment fees. It's like, yep, because you're
Yeah.
going to pay it to Indeed, you're going to pay it to a
Hundreds
recruiting
of dollars
service.
per week, and
Yeah,
it's not
why
even
not pay it?
guaranteed.
Yeah, why not pay it to your people? But don't just say it and then don't do anything. Like, you actually have to train them how to recruit. Like, okay, here's a Facebook post you could share. Here's flyers you can hand out. Like, we have a recruiting station to where it's all these different tools that they can use. And so then they can take those tools and use that to recruit. We talk about, like, when you're in church, like, think about taking flyers to church. Think about or passing out business cards, and as long as they mention your name, you are in the pool for the bonus.
What percentage of your new hires is from employee recruitment?
I All of them almost. I would say we have 50. Okay, I'm going to take it back. We have 40% walk-ins because we establish our offices in areas where our employees would be located. Now, I don't know if you have a storefront or not, but I do. It's easier when you're hiring if you have that actual storefront and you put it where the employees are most likely living and next to somewhere they would likely go to or shop to all the time. Like, if it's right next to the Dollar General or they run in and get diapers or whatever, like, and then they see a cleaning service right next to it that's like hiring now and starting at $20 an hour. And so we get a ton of walk ins. So we're very strategic about where we choose our office locations. So, and then the rest of it all comes from referrals and within. I don't use any recruitment company at all.
No. Wow. I like the recruiting station. I
Yeah.
think that that's super cool. Yeah, it incentive, right? They're gonna find someone, and then they will motivate them, encourage them, build that relationship with them, because now they feel like they have a responsibility
Mhm,
to do so. I really, really like that. We pay $200 per person that they bring in, but it's like, it's not in front of them. Like, what you have is a station, which is, like,
mhm,
available to them. So that is going to be we're talking about chaos, right? You fix chaos and it's not a chaos thing. I don't have a hiring problem, but I do, as I want to scale, this is going to be what's gonna help me get there for sure.
yep.
What surprised you most about becoming a bigger company? This episode is sponsored by Jobber. a CRM I personally use to scale and grow my cleaning business. If you're tired of juggling spreadsheets, messages, and reminders, Jobber helps you organize it all in one place. You can quote jobs, schedule your team, invoice clients, and even get paid, all from your phone or your laptop. It's not just software, it's what allows me and my team to stay efficient and organized every single day. So if you're ready to get your business looking and running like a pro, check out Jobber by using the link in the description down below. Trust me, it would change the way you do business.
Surprised me the most about becoming a bigger company? I think the capability of switching from being so customer focused and, really like it's all about our customers, it's all about our customers. It's not. When you're getting bigger, it's got to switch. It is all 100% about your employees. And when your employees are taken care of, they're going to take care of your customers in return. So shifting my mindset from taking care of them, I never thought I would fire a customer because, like this is just not right. Like they're making the cleaner get down with it on their hands and knees with a toothbrush. So no, no, no. You are gone. We do not tolerate that. That's my employee. And that is not how she's going to be treated. So knowing that they have your back like that and just doing everything for them and knowing that they're the center of attention. Yes, we want to please our customers, but more importantly, it needs to be about the happiness of our employees. So that was probably the biggest.
Yeah, I agree. I
Mhm.
agree with that. We get so customer focused, right? Like making the customer happy. We need the customer needs to come back to us. The customer this, like I get it. They pay, right? They pay the bills. But what you're saying here is a different perspective of as you're scaling your culture A is very, very important. Do events, be around them, have breakfast, take that time because, yeah, you can't see the ROI right away, but you'll
Mhm.
see it as you do it because, yes, recruitment takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of effort to train someone again and so on and so forth. And so I think, we have a big responsibility when we're owners to build a culture that people will enjoy. It shows the integrity, the standard of your business, and you're influencing them and you're giving them the perspective of your values as a business owner, right? Um,
Exactly.
that's a huge responsibility.
It is. And take the last three letters off culture.
Dang, hold on. So it's URE?
Yeah, take those
Is
off.
it? Take
And
those
what's
off.
and what's left? Cult. You're
Yeah.
creating a cult.
Yes.
You're creating the cult. So you
Yes.
have to make that place be the place. And everybody there has got to believe in the same things as you do, or they're out of our cult or they're out of our culture. They're not belong there. They're not going to ruin our family.
Yeah. What are your core values?
Quality is number one. Quality, dependent, like I can't talk right now. I've already talked too much. Attendance, like dependability, happiness, love, friendship, and family. Those are six that we have posted up all over. Get that one, those right. And then we have to be careful with faith, but I am a huge believer in faith. And I don't think anybody that works for us is disagreeing with faith at all.
Yeah, it's a nice touch because I'm with you as well. I have a few verses around our office and just encouraging, right? But core values are so important, and it sounds like family is a big value that you guys appreciate, and really that's your core and how you make decisions. Core
Hmm.
values are drives decisions and drives accountability, and
Absolutely.
it's as important as numbers, right? As knowing your numbers. So,
And you
Holly,
need
let's
to have that employee retention budget in your numbers.
yeah.
It's very important.
What's your retention
Spend it.
budget?
I mean, it depends. Like in my Austin office, it's in Valentine's Day, it's like 1,000 because there's 100 cleaners, so if we're gonna do anything, it's gonna be expensive. But think about it like this: like if you're gonna do breakfast once a week, for every month, let's put 150 in the budget. Okay, well, one time maybe we could do tacos, but now we only have $40 left. That doesn't mean that we're just gonna go over our budget. No, we're gonna go get donuts the next time. So because we only have 40 bucks left in our retention, but spend it on them and force yourself to spend it on them. Don't just be like, oh, we don't have to spend that money. We'll make more profit. You just took your culture away by not consistently spending it on them,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
I'm gonna take you on your idea of the Mother's Day. I'm a male owner, so I my brain is wired differently, as we know. Men we're just different. I've learned a lot about women and the soft side of me because I have to obviously speak. I have 28 cleaners and 27 of them are females. So
Yeah.
so I have to the way that I speak, the way that I present myself is very, very different, which I enjoy it. I get to show my integrity, I get to show my values and my soft side as well too. But Mother's Day is one thing that I feel like I haven't really paid a lot of attention to. And I think I should. Maybe like a Mother's day off would be even nice.
No, I don't know about that. No,
That's
no,
okay, cool.
no, no, no,
Like you said, breakfast,
mhm,
something like a gift, even a gift, right?
yeah.
Goes a long way.
Another thing, and this is a review trick because you mentioned Mother's Day and we're getting totally sidetracked from like the topic or the schedule or whatever. But on Mother's Day, we also do a review challenge. So they take these little cards and leave them behind in the companies. I mean, even though the software asks them for a review after every cleaning is completed, but like your old customers need to go and update their review. So they leave these little leave behind cards at the house the whole month of May and says, help your cleaner earn Mother's Day as special extra bonus on Mother's Day if you leave a new review or update your review. And so you have those left behind. So not only do they have the Mother's Day party, but then they're also probably they get like $10 every time they get their name mentioned in a review. So then they get wind up making a whole lot more money that month too. And then we do it the same review challenge at Christmas as well. So not only do they get their Christmas tips, but then they also get bonus from the company for getting their name mentioned in a review.
Holly, that's a fire get review
Yep.
strategy. That is
Yep.
great. We all need, if you're listening to this, you gotta do that. I love that. The Mother's Day monthly challenge, and they get a bonus.
Mhm.
Obviously, it's super helpful. People want to help, people want to support, and
Yes.
that's a great way of doing that.
And
Let's do some
the customers don't wanna really write one for the company. They wanna write one for their person that's cleaning,
exactly.
and
Yeah.
that's why they do it. They don't like us. They want to reward the actual person doing the work.
Exactly. Yeah, like they say, customers stay with the business because of the cleaners. So doing things like this, motivating them, giving them a good culture to be around with, it's going to give them to provide that experience to your customers, and then your customers will stay. So it's a circle of trust, I guess.
Yep.
Let's do a rapid fire round. So I'm
Okay.
gonna ask you uh, 3 to 5 questions, and you can answer it in one sentence or one word.
Okay.
One system every scaling company needs.
A CRM.
Biggest scaling mistake.
Biggest scaling mistake. Not separating sales.
One number owners ignore too much.
Profit. Or
High
COGS. Sorry. COGS. Changing it to
cogs,
COGS. Yeah.
yeah, and retention budget.
Yeah, that too. Mhm.
Hire faster or hire slower.
Faster.
What would you focus on first if starting all over?
Culture.
What separates $1 million operations from everybody else?
Culture.
Love it.
Yeah.
Holly took more of your
And
time
sales.
than
Customer is sales. Okay, sorry.
customer and sales.
Yep.
I took a lot of your time, Holly. I truly appreciate it. You expanded my mind. You gave me a different perspective, and I appreciate you for that. And you've obviously know what you're doing. You know what you're saying. You've done it. And so I appreciate your time. And Holly, where could our audience find you?
Yeah. Well, first of all, you can find me. The name of our company is Maids More, and that's maidsmore.com. You won't find me there because I have exited my cleaning service and have a CEO running it. But you can find me at my next business venture, which is the cleaning software, and that's .com, the TAG cleaning software.com. You can find me there. You can book a demo if you're interested in seeing the software, what it did for my company, or how it could help you in the residential cleaning industry. You can also find me at mycleancon.com. I started a conference company that supports the residential education or residential cleaning industry so we can all get together and learn these little things like we're learning in this podcast. And it's like a 3-day conference. It's very affordable considering what you're getting. And that's mycleancon.com. You can also find me on Instagram personally. And you can also find the cleaning software, and you can also find Maids More on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the things, LinkedIn, YouTube. I have another education series that The cleaning software has their own YouTube account, so you can check us out there also.
Holly, thank you so much. We will
No
put
problem.
you'll find all of those things down below. Um, Holly, I mean, I can thank you for days. I do appreciate your time. I know you're very busy. And
Mhm.
for those audience, for everybody that is listening, I hope you took some notes, re-listen to this episode, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, Holly.
You're welcome.
If you got value out of this episode and you took some notes, that is fantastic. You're one step closer to success. Now, do me a favor and share it with another cleaning business owner so that we can all learn together. My goal is to bring real stories from real cleaning business owners so that we can grow this industry together. So, if you'd like that, please like and share, and I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next episode.